Things won't turn out perfectly when you want them to. And there is one thing you can do. You can sit home back and let the day roll by. Don't you worry and don't you cry, darling. You know we can't always win. It ain't worth it thinking about what went wrong. If you wanna make it, you'll have to stay strong. You gotta sit on back and let the day roll by. Don't you worry and don't you cry, darling. You know we can't always win. I know it's hard to understand why these things happen. If you take me by the hand, I'll try to make you see how beautiful life can be. If you just believe everything's gonna be alright. Whoa, just hold on tight.
Hello, I'm Batsheva, and welcome to Yoga Inside and Out. In this series, we're exploring our chakras, our vital energy centers that sit along our spine and affect our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Today, we're focusing on the second chakra, our emotional self, our relationship to our emotions. And when this chakra is out of balance, we often feel, well, we do one of two things. One is we either shut down our emotions when we start to feel pain, and we sometimes numb ourselves in the world, or the other extreme would be that we're going up and down and reacting all the time to our emotions. So there's a way we can use our yoga poses and our breath especially to stay centered and calm in the face of all of our emotions. And you might ask, well, what's the matter with just going up and down or numbing myself to emotions? And the problem with that is that when we don't remain centered and calm with our emotions, we don't get to experience the full capacity of all of our joys and all of our pains because we're so busy reacting or numbing ourselves out. So in this way, we get to stay centered and yet be totally present to all of our life. Our second chakra sits just below our navel and affects our hips, our reproductive organs, and our sacrum, the lower back area. So we're going to be exploring poses in this area and coming back to being centered and calm in the face of all feelings and sensations. So, and really allowing ourselves to explore all of our emotions and everything that comes up and letting that be okay. Great. So in preparation, we're going to begin by centering and then doing some warm-ups before our poses. So allow your spine to be straight, press out your chest points and into the crown of your head. Close your eyes and breathe deeply and fully. Coming into slow, even, long, full breath. Inhaling deeply through your nose as if you're inhaling steam. And exhaling slowly. Pressing the air gently out your nose. Slowly out your nose. And just notice how centered you can feel just by breathing fully. Great. And now inhale. And exhale and let your chin drop to your chest, just stretching the back of your neck gently and using breath. Inhaling the chin up and then exhaling the chin to the ceiling, stretching out the front of your neck and your throat. Inhale the chin up and inhale and exhale the right ear towards the right shoulder. Taking your hand and resting it on your ear. Good. Release that hand, let the head float up, and then come in the other direction. Letting that neck open. And release the hand, and take some circles with your neck. Letting yourself feel and be connected to all the sensations in your neck. daring to feel everything. And then come to center. Great. And inhale and shrug your shoulders to your ears. Inhaling up. And exhale, release down. And again, inhale up. And release. Good. And roll your shoulders back. And then forwards. Good. And then release your shoulders down. Extend through the crown of your head so that your neck is tall and spine is tall. Good. Take your left hand, place it on the floor, and lift up through the right arm, rotating your wrist, pressing out your fingertips. Big stretch on that side. Good. And then release that side down, and inhale and exhale the other side up. Releasing. Good. Breathing, stretching out the fingertips. Great. And then release that arm down. Good. And just feel the nice opening and release through your upper body. Come to standing on the floor. And inhale the arms up. Stretch and reach. Nice big stretch all the ways up. And then exhale, coming down, letting your knees bend and just folding forward and down. Letting yourself hang in the ragdoll. Just letting go of the head, the neck, the shoulders, and gently stretching out the back of your legs. Good. Walking your hands side to side. Straighten your knees a little bit and get an extra stretch. Breathe, and then stacking your vertebrae, slowly come on up. Great. And a really important part of energizing the second chakra is hara breathing. So we're going to start off by inhaling, reaching up, reach, 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 and we're going to exhale forcefully with the ha sound. Ha, 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 ha. One more. Ha. Good. And feel the effects of that. Feel how it heats and energizes the body, and especially energizes the second chakra. Good. Another hara breath, the breath of joy. 3 short inhalations and a big exhalation over with that ha sound to really heat and energize the body. Ha. 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 Up, out, and over. Ha. Ha. Feel the joy. Ha. 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 One more. Ha. And hang in the ragdoll. Good. Breathing and releasing. Again, feeling the heat, feeling your breath. Ha. And bend your knees and slowly roll on up, stacking your vertebrae. Great. Well, now that we're all warmed up, we're ready for our asanas, postures. Great. In preparation for our standing poses, come into Tadasana, the mountain pose. So look down at your feet and make sure they're parallel, the insides of your feet. Lift your kneecaps, tuck your tailbone under. Really focus on that today, tucking the tailbone under. And lift tall from the waist, chest points open, shoulders soft. Looking straight ahead, we're going to start off with Ardha Chandrasana series, the half moon series. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Great. Finding that breath, first of all. Good. And inhale the arms up. Reaching up. Nice engaged arms. They're working. Good. Strong arms. Interlacing the fingertips. If this is difficult for you, hold the hands apart at parallel. Good. So you want to make sure you either keep the ears squeezed with the arms parallel or you hold the arms apart. Inhaling. And coming to the right first on the exhalation, pushing out of the left hip and coming over a barrel. So you're pressing that hip out. Good. It's as if you're coming between 2 panes of glass, so you don't want to come forward and you don't want to tilt back. You want to come straight over to the side, keeping those ears squeezed and arms parallel either way. Good. Breathing. Great. Inhaling up. Beautiful. Stretch all the ways up. And then press out the other hip and come to the other side. Good. Coming over that barrel, reaching through that hip. Good. Straight over to the side, and then inhaling up. Straight up. Squeeze the buttocks. Good. And now let the head drop back and let your body arch back. If you have any lower back stress or discomfort at all, disengage the arms and bring your arms to your sacrum, your hands to your sacrum to support you. Otherwise, come on back and drop back. And then slowly come on up. Good. Realigning the arms and the ears. Lift up and out through the tailbone. Keep the kneecaps lifted and come straight down, all the ways forward and down. Pressing the fingertips towards the floor, pressing down through the feet and up and out through the tailbone. Breathing fully. A few breaths here, and then come on up. Realign the arms and the ears, and inhale and come on up. Beautiful. Press up one more time and exhale and press the arms down, pressing the air down. Good. Close your eyes, come back inside, let your body be soft. Feel the effects of the half moon series. And then allow your eyes to open, and let's do that one more time. You'll see how the second time you can go a little deeper into the stretches. Inhaling the arms up, pressing firmly into the feet and lifting up and out through those fingertips so the arms are working. Good, nice parallel arms. Inhaling and coming to the right, pressing out of the left hip. Good. So you want to try and get that hip past the ankle. Nice. Come on up and then come to the other side. Breathe and stretch over the side. Good. Coming up. Good. Straighten up. Squeeze the buttocks and bend back. Once again, if you need that arm support, use your hands to help you. And bending back. And come on up. You'll notice maybe the second time you go a little deeper into the stretch and come on down, lifting up and out through the tailbone. Good. Coming down. Beautiful. Into Uttanasana. Breathing fully, lifting the kneecaps. Lifting up through the tailbone, pressing down into the feet and down into the arms. Coming up, lifting up, all the ways up. Beautiful. Press up and then press down. Great. Close your eyes and feel the effects of the half moon series. Feels good, huh? Great. Let's end our standing poses with standing yoga mudra. Inhaling the arms up and exhaling a nice circle around you. Good. Interlacing your fingertips behind you, squeezing the shoulder blades back, pressing the chest points open. Inhale and exhale, forward and down. Let those arms follow you, forward and down. Good. If you need a yoga tie here, a tie, if you need to hold on to something, that's fine. Grab a bathrobe belt or something and let yourself come forward and down. Letting go of the head and the neck. Letting the shoulders release. And then bend your knees slightly and slowly come on up, stacking your vertebrae. Make sure to keep your fingertips together as you come up. Good. Wonderful. And then release those fingertips and those arms will just float forward. Okay. Come to the floor in the table pose. So that means knees underneath the hips and hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to do a lot of hip and leg work right now. So lift your right knee and just lift it straight out to the side. Inhaling it straight out to the side. Good. Try and keep the weight balanced on both hands. Great. Feeling a nice opening in the hip and buttock area. Good. And then extend that knee out and circle. Good. The other direction. Great. And then lift that leg straight, that heel straight up. Try and bring the heel past higher than the buttock. And then kick in the heel. Great. Good. And then inhale the forehead and the knee in together, and exhale. Ha. ha, ha, ha. One more, ha. Good, nice ha breath there. Rotate the ankle and point and flex the foot, and then gently let that knee come in, and just press back for a second in the child pose, and rest here. Good. And guess what? We got another leg. So we're going to come on up and lift that left knee out to the side. Good. A few times, feeling a nice warming up, and then maybe a little burning sensation. Just means the hips opening. Good. Lift the knee out. Good. Circles both directions. Great. Lift that heel high and kick in. Great. And then point and flex the foot. Rotate the ankle. Good. Inhaling in and exhaling. Ha. 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 One more. Ha. Keep that heel lifted. Point the toe and then slowly let it release down. Press back into the child and rest for a moment. Great. Feeling the sensations of that nice work. Good. Now we're ready to come into Kapotasana, the pigeon pose. So bring your right knee forward between your hands. There's two phases of the pigeon, or two versions of the pigeon. One is to have your right heel underneath your buttock, which might be what's right for you. Just notice what works best for you. Extending that left leg back behind you. You might also want to bring that heel out to the side, but if your heel is out to the side, just make sure you're not tipped over to the side, because that's not the pigeon. In the pigeon, we're working with the opening of the hips. So right now, as your right knee is forward, you want to bring your left hip forward and your right hip back, and you'll feel a nice little micro movement, a nice little stretch in there. Whether you're like this or like this, both ways are wonderful. Good. Left hip forward, right hip back. It's a small opening in the hip. Great. And then bring those arms up. And if this can be challenging in the lower back, allow the arms to interlace behind you. Good. Again, left hip forward, right hip back. Great. Letting those hips open and then release down. Great. Take that right foot and we're going to wrap it in front of the left knee. So, and make sure your feet are open to the side so we can come into the hero pose. We're going to come, you want to be able to sit between those feet. This can be really challenging for some people. So feel free to sit on a pillow or do whatever you need to do. Let your palms and soles of your feet come into alignment. You want to come together. You want to create a circle of energy. Good. We're going to inhale and exhale and let the chin drop forward and down. Good. Past the knees. Seeing if you can get that chin past the knees. There are some people that can get their forehead to the floor. I haven't got there yet. Good. You want to align those knees. Great. Breathe. Wonderful. A few more breaths. Feel those hips open. Notice how they fight and resist. See if you can stay really nice and centered and breathe through any kind of panicky feelings that might go on from holding this pose. Great. And then extend that right leg out to the side. Point the toe down. Press the left hand on the floor and sweep that right hand in the air, coming into Ardha Mandalasana, the half circle pose. So you're pressing those hips out, looking up at that hand, breathing, stretching. Great. Feeling that opening in your body now. Good. A few more breaths, and then releasing down. Great. And just feeling the effects on the whole right side of your body feels right, nice and open now. So let's work the other side, the left side. Coming back to the table pose. Great. Slide your left knee forward between your hands. And again, your choice. Do you want your heel underneath your buttock, or do you want it off to the side underneath your hip? For me, that's the preferred way. For a lot of people, it's the other way. Good. So again, press the right hip forward and the left hip back, feeling a nice opening in those hips. Work with that micro movement. You can feel that nice stretch. Extend out that back leg. Good. Wonderful. Breathe. Perhaps interlace the fingertips behind you. If you really feel like extending further, lift those arms up. You'll feel it, the deep contraction in the lower back. Good. Breathe. Chest points are open. Great. And then release the arms. Good. Take the left leg, wrap it in front of the right knee. So does everybody see you're crossed over like this? Good. Making your as big opening with your feet as possible, stretching those feet open to the sides, sitting back. Make sure your knees are aligned. That's what we're doing that for. And again, palms and soles come together. Inhale and exhale, forward and down, dropping the head past the chin, past the knees, if you can. Breathe. Good. And once again, close your eyes and notice those hips. See if you can feel the fight that sometimes goes on in those hips. And see if you can just come back to your breath. And back to the calm. Good. Coming up slowly. Take that left leg, release it out to your side. Press the toe down. Press the right hand down onto the floor and inhale. Lift that arm up and stretch and reach into Ardha Mandalasana, the half circle pose. Breathe. And let those hips open. Now you're pressing the hips forward, getting a nice opening. Excellent. And then releasing down. Wonderful. And just noticing the sensations in your hips. Extend those legs straight out in front of you and just let yourself fold forward to do a nice counter stretch on those hips to stretch them out. Maybe you want to walk those heels forward. Good. Breathe and stretch. Great. And then release the legs. Let's come into a spinal twist. So take the right leg and wrap it over the left. Tuck the left leg underneath you. Extend the right arm straight in front of you. Perhaps use that left arm to brace yourself so you have a nice straight spine. And come around, all the ways around, twisting from in the waist. Good. Looking over that right shoulder. So inhale and lengthening the spine, and exhaling and twisting the spine. Twist is not in the neck. The twist is in the upper body. Good. One more breath, and coming forward. Looking at those lovely fingertips as you come forward. Good. Releasing down and exchanging sides. Left leg over the right, tucking that heel in. Take the right arm to brace yourself for a nice tall spine. Lengthen that left arm and come all the ways around, twisting at the waist. Good. Looking over that left shoulder. Good. Neck is free. Just twisting with the shoulders and from the waist. Both buttocks on the floor, feet firmly planted on this foot firmly planted on the floor. Good. Another breath. Extend and twist a little further, and then release forward, looking at those nice fingertips as you come forward. Wonderful. Okay. And then release the legs. And come into the child pose as our last pose for today, to let your hips release and rest. So folding forward in a little ball. Breathing fully. Letting the hips release towards the heels. Come on up slowly. Great. And now we're ready for relaxation. So in preparation for relaxation, come to lying on your back. Come to lying on your back in Shavasana, the corpse pose, and allow yourself to make any last movements in your body, perhaps wiggling your feet, moving your hands, making any last stretches before coming into stillness for relaxation, Yoga Nidra, time when your body and your breath and mind integrate all the work you've done, relaxing through the legs, hips, solar plexus, chest, breathing deeply and releasing any holding, letting the whole body be soft, nothing more to do. Gently awaken your body, stretching the arms, legs, and then let yourself roll onto one side into the fetal position, giving yourself a big hug and really thanking yourself for all the good work you've done for your body and mind. Allow yourself to come into a comfortable seated position, letting your spine be straight, pressing out your chest points and out the crown of your head, face and shoulders soft and relaxed. Find your breath and bring your hands just below your navel and let yourself breathe into that area. As you inhale, let it expand, and exhale, let it go. Connecting with your second chakra. And noticing what it was like for you today to explore your hips and sacrum and hara, this area below your navel. Taking another deep breath there. Noticing if you feel comfortable and safe to express and feel all your emotions. How can you allow yoga to support you in expressing the full capacity of your emotions and still remaining calm and centered? Take a moment to be with that and notice if one deep breath or one pose can allow you to feel centered and calm in the face of everything you feel. One more breath here. Release your hands. When you're ready, slowly let your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you for this time.